Theme parks are failing us. When I say us, I don't mean your average park guest, but coaster enthusiasts. What if I told you Kings Island, Knott's Berry's Farm, Busch Gardens Williamsburg, SeaWorld Orlando, and Busch Gardens Tampa are all getting coasters in 2024 or 2025, but none of these coasters will be thrill coasters. If you have not noticed recently, there's been a family coaster trend for parks with manufacturers like B&M, Vekoma, RMC, and Zamperla, each having a large role in this, with B&M selling Phoenix Rising and Penguin Trek to SeaWorld Park for the 2024 season, with another family invert coming to Busch Gardens Williamsburg in the 2025. But we will get to that later. Then Vekoma sold Big Bear Mountain to Dollywood for the 2023 season. Now 2 Vekoma family boomerangs for 2024, one at Kings Island is Snoopy's Soapbox Racers, and one at Holiday World being Good Gravy. Now RMC has only sold one family coaster, being Fire in the Hole. However, this is more like a dark ride, but they have a new family coaster ready for the market, being the Wild Moose coaster. Then Zamperla has been in the family coaster market for a while, with some recent family coasters like Wild Mouse at Cedar Point and Knott's Berry Farm's new family coaster, Snoopy's Tender Paw Twister Coaster, which is a Daddy Pig clone. As you can see, many parks have more interest in family coasters than thrill coasters, and this trend replicates the goals of parks recently. Many parks are trying to bring in more families and keep teens out of the parks, with Six Flags raising prices of their passes and Cedar Fair adding a chaperone policy to keep people under 16 without an adult out of the park after 4. This lines up with the recent coaster trends, as thrill coasters are more for teenagers and young adults, and not for families. Now, who does this trend affect the most? Well, coaster enthusiasts, of course, as yes, these coasters are new credits, and it is always good to get yourself some new credits. But when these new coasters are at your home park, you only really need to ride the coaster once, and then you forget about it. Like Kings Island, for example, has many great coasters and also family coasters. If I'm going to ride a family coaster at Kings Island, I'm picking Backlot or even Adventure Express over Snoopy's Soapbox Racers, leading to me most likely riding only a few times this season. But that's not the only problem with these coasters, as many of them have low capacity, as both Vekoma Boomerang will only run one train, meaning they have to wait for the ride to finish, with each ride lasting about 1 minute and 36 seconds. Assuming they can load and dispatch the train in 1 minute, that's 25 dispatches in an hour, with 20 riders per train. That's only 500 riders an hour. That's terrible. And it's not just the boomerangs, as Phoenix Rising is rumored to only run one train as well, also leading to low capacity. Now that we've talked about the family coaster trend, we need to look into the leaked plans for Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which is rumored to be a family inverted coaster with 2 lift hills themed to Big Bad Wolf, the former suspended coaster at the park. I'll get into more details later, but first let's talk about why this is disappointing. A while ago, there was leaked plans for a 220-foot structure to be built at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. This was rumored to be a RMC Hyper Hybrid themed to Dragonfire. It was supposed to be one of the best coasters in the world. However, recently, these plans were shockingly canceled. This leads us to the new family inverted coaster. This coaster will use the Dragonfire plot and seems to have some 2D buildings throughout the layout to act like the old village that was part of Big Bad Wolf in the past. This coaster will also reuse the old Dragonfire station. This coaster does not look to be terrible. However, this is not the biggest need, as they already have an invert, but also some decent family coasters like Verbolten, and their newest coaster, Dark Coaster. As you can see, like Kings Island, this was not a need for the park. Some parks do have a need for family coasters, like Good Gravy was perfect for Holiday World, and Big Bear Mountain worked well for Dollywood, but most of these parks did not need these family coasters. And why do I think Big Bad Wolf 2 has potential to be a good coaster? I don't think it will have I think it would have fit better somewhere else in the park. And the Dragonfire plot of land could have been used for that RMC Hyper Hybrid or a different thrill coaster. Let's hope these parks get back into building thrill coasters soon, with RMC Son of Beast being a great fit for Kings Island, which my most recent video on that will be linked in the description, or maybe the rumored wing coaster for King's Dominion, and/or the rumored inverter wing coaster for Canada's Wonderland will help bring back the thrill coaster trend we once had. Give me your thoughts on the new family coaster trends, and also the new family inverted coaster for Busch Gardens Williamsburg. And also, when do you think we will start seeing thrill coasters again? Bye guys, see you all next time.